What's poppin'? What's good? It's your homeboy TJ Theo Thealis Thalissa back at it again for another episode of the I Am Thela Show. This episode is dedicated to all of my high school students. I'm just going to help you guys get started moving into high school, finishing up high school, and just surviving all 4 years altogether. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so the first thing I have on my list is to make friends. Basically, talk to anybody that you think you can be a friend with because you never know who somebody is until you actually talk to them. Some good ways to actually make friends are to join clubs, um, try out for like a sports team, pick certain partners, like if you have an assignment or group project due together, um, talking to people at lunch, just anything you can do to make a friend. Because that way they'll have your back if you know you get into it with somebody else. Um, you'll have somebody to fall onto or to talk to when you feel lonely. And also you won't, have any you'll have somebody to sit with at lunch. So you won't be by yourself because who wants to be a loner? Hiccup has decided that he wants to join in on the video once again because he just loves me so much. So he's probably just gonna be in and out. But since he is featured in my shows, he does get a little shout out at the end of the video. He loves the publicity. Whatever. To your regularly scheduled programming. Tip number 2 is definitely going out to all of my freshmen who are watching this video. You will definitely want to take gym your first year. You don't, and I repeat, do not want to be a senior of high school taking gym with a class full of freshmen. So here's what you do. Sign up for gym your first year. And if you don't have it in your schedule, let them know that you want to take it. Because one, you'll be getting that stuff out the way. And for two, if you're a nerd and like a little geek like me, who has like no athletic ability whatsoever, then you'll want to take gym first. Trust me. Trust and believe on that one. You'll definitely want to take it first. You want to take health and PE first so you can get that out the way so you can, get right back to them academics your sophomore, junior, and senior year. But yeah, make sure you take gym first. That way you can just get it over with and you don't have to really worry about, getting out of class all sweating and having to go to your next class and impress that boo bay thing over there that you sit next to. So yeah. Tip number 3 is don't get into any fights. Don't get into any fights. I mean, that's just plain and simple right there, honestly. So, if you're like a freshman or an underclassman, I know it can be very entertaining to see two people fighting over the stupidest of things, like a freaking honey bun, which I have seen. So, it might be fun to watch, but honestly, after a while, it just gets tiring, and it's just like, why are you fighting? What's the point? Like, you have to worry about college because colleges are definitely going to be looking at what you've done in high school. So if they see that you've been like suspended 5 times and they ask you why, you tell them for fighting, odds are they probably aren't going to accept you into their school because they think you're going to do the same thing there, and they don't want that kind of reputation. So don't get into any fights. Try not to be seen around a lot of them either because I know at my high school that I went to, they even like took in people that were recording the fights and chanting on, and they were just like, yeah, you're gonna be suspended for like 2 or 3 days just because you cheered them on, you acted on, blah blah blah. So just dissociate from it all because it's not really worth it in the end. Like, sure, you fought somebody, but what did you get out of it? I mean, other than the joy of you beating them into a pulp, if you got that ability, unlike me. Um, Other than that, it didn't do anything for you economically or financially. It didn't do anything for you academically. So it's not really helping you. There's no point in it. Now, if you out of school grounds, off the school bus, and all that kind of stuff, and you got beef with somebody, then go ahead. But if it's on school property or anything having to do about school, with school, whatever, try not to do it. It's just not worth it. There's not really a big point to it, so squash the beef or whatever. Number 4 states to listen to your teacher. So, I know from firsthand experience that it is very wise to listen to your teachers now while you're in high school, because I know for sure that when you get to college, they're not going to give a crap at all. Like, I mean, they'll tell you that you have the assignment due, but they're not going to keep reminding you, oh, hey, you have this. Oh, hey, you got to do this. Did you do this? Did you do that? Like, they're just going to be like, okay, here's your assignment. Here's what you have to do. It's posted now, and you can submit it later on whenever you need to, but it's due this day. That's it. That's pretty much all you're going to hear about it. So just, try to get that stuff done. Listen to your teacher because, if you can listen to your teacher in high school, it's going to carry on into college. And that way, you'll just have those good habits down and you'll be able to just do your stuff well while you're in college. And it'll be really beneficial to you, definitely. Also, your teachers, like, depending on who they are, if they like really, really care about the well-being of their students, they might just give you guys some helpful tips to carry into college. Because I know mine did. Honestly, I can't really remember a lot of what they said because I was in and out there. But anyways, listen to what they have to say because they can definitely give you some helpful advice on what to do into college. I know I am carrying what I remember from them into college, and it's definitely helping me. Like, I've learned studying techniques, um, socializing techniques, and it definitely helps a lot. So just listen to them and hear them out because they know what they're doing. They've been in your shoes before. Tip number 5, do not stress. And when I say do not stress, I just mean get your priorities straight first so you can get that stuff done, and then you'll have that extra time to do whatever you really want to do. And I know your parents are always telling you that, like, if you get this done now, you'll have time to do whatever you want to do, and I'll let you just do that. But it definitely does play a key role with stress because I know for sure I'm definitely a procrastinator. I still kind of am in college. I just wait kind of until the last moment and then I just rush to get it all done. But at the same time, it's not really beneficial towards me because I then have to just get so anxious as to whether or not I'm going to finish the project or assignment, whether it was good enough at the end, whether I liked the outcome or not. So it's just best to get it all done like as soon as you get it because then one, it'll be out of the way. You don't have to think about it anymore until it's time to turn it in. And for 2, once you finish it, you have the remainder of the time to just do anything you want to do. You can go to that party you wanted to go to. You can go out to dinner on that date with your little boo tang. So just get your priorities right. Don't stress about it too much. If you're having trouble, talk to somebody about it. You're never alone. You have your friends, you have teachers, you have your counselors. Just don't stress, whether it's schoolwork, whether it's somebody that you might be interested in. That's a whole nother conversation I cannot have with you. But yeah, just know that there is no reason to be stressed. Live your life, boo. Tip number 6. This can really go for all grade levels. Stay in your lane. It does not matter if you are a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. Stay in your lane because there is no need for you to be worried about somebody else and what they're doing when you got your own stuff going on. If you see a freshman over here trying to kick the vending machine because they want to steal some candy, let them do that. That's not your life. It's not your problem. It has nothing to do with you at all. So why bother them? And for the freshmen, if you see a senior trying to score with his bootang, stay out of it. It don't matter if you think that, ooh, you looking real good. Nah, they taking. So, stay out of that. And plus, if you're a freshman trying to get with a senior, let's not do that. They're about to get on with their life and you just starting. So, anyways, getting off track. Stay in your lane. Worry about you. You have your own priorities and things to focus on, and that's what you need to be doing. Don't worry about the freshmen and sophomores getting into fights when you're a senior about to graduate high school and go into college or get that scholarship to play varsity on football or whatever. And if you're a freshman and sophomore, don't worry about those juniors and seniors going out to all the different parties and stuff just because they finished all the classes that they needed to graduate. Let them do them, and you do you, okay? I don't know how I can stress that enough. You ain't got to worry about them. They ain't got to worry about you. Let's just leave it at that because, otherwise I'm just going to be repeating myself, which I already have been. Tip number 7 kind of ties in with the tip of listening to your teachers. It's do your homework. Being in college, you kind of have more freedom. Teachers aren't really just going to pressure you into doing the homework. They're really just going to be like, okay, here's the assignment. It's due this day, and that's pretty much it. That's how it's been for me. So like I said before, just get those habits going and do the homework like as soon as you get it. So that way it'll be done. You can turn it in early if you want to, and you won't really have to worry about it later on. And like I also said before, if you need help, you got anybody. You got your friends, teachers, counselors, advisors, parents, anything, really. And yeah, if you do your homework, you'll be successful. You guys ever seen like those little pictures on Instagram where it's like you forget your pen, and if you don't have your pen, you can't take notes, and if you can't take notes, then you can't, like, you don't pass the test, and if you don't pass the test, then you fail the class. If you fail the class, you drop out of school, and if you drop out of school, you don't get a job, and if you don't get a job, you don't get any money. If you don't get any money, you can't pay your bills, and if you can't pay your bills, you get evicted, and if you get evicted, you get sick, and if you get sick, you die. So don't forget your pen. Basically, follow that rule. I was surprised that I was able to remember all that just now. So congrats to me. Everybody, this marks the end of part 1 of episode 3 of the I Am Thela Show. You'll have to wait a little while to see part 2 of episode 3 of the I Am Thela Show. Part 2, we're just going to finish off those tips and tidbits for the high school students and college students if it applies to you. And yeah, so you guys can follow me on Instagram at I Am Thealus, IAMTHEALUS. You can follow me on Twitter at I Am Thealus, IAMTHEALUS, and you can add me on Snapchat at xt.j. Since my dog was featured in this video episode, he gets a little special shout out. So if y'all want to follow my dog on the social media, y'all can follow him at hiccup_the_pup. It'll be down below. And yeah, that's just the end of this episode. I hope to see you guys soon, and hope you guys stay tuned for part 2 of episode 3. See you guys later. Peace.
My daddy Alabama, mama Louisiana. You mix that Negro with that Creole, make a Texas Bama.